Do you have a relationship that when you, after you speak with that person or you're with that person for a while, you feel depleted, you feel discouraged, not heard, not valued, frustrated? Well, stay tuned. You need to set some boundaries, and it changed my life. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about that right now in Healthy Living with Lori. Here we go. All right. So now my channel really is about healthy living in your spirit, soul, and body. It's about whole person health, and the Lord. I am a believer in Jesus Christ, and the Lord is just directing me to get back on here, but switch gears to more of emotional health, because in 3 John 2, my business has always been rooted in that scripture. It just speaks to me so much. And one day I'll get into my entire story, but when I'm supposed to. But that scripture, go look it up for yourself, and it is basically saying, may you prosper and be in good health. Prosper, which means be rich in every way, right? Including monetarily, just everything. May you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers, right? So it's very simple, but it's very deep, you guys. So anyway, that's what my channel is all about. So God really wants me to talk about emotional health right now, which affects your physical and spiritual health. Like, in your spiritual health affects your emotional and physical, like they're all tied in together, right? So today I am supposed to talk about boundaries and how they completely changed my life. If you see me looking over here or whatever direction it is on the camera, it's because I have notes over here to try to keep me on task. Okay, stop. Okay. My printer. So that's what my channel is all about. It's healthy living, spirit, soul, and body. Okay. So why I need talk about boundaries today, I feel like there are so many people, and I'm talking more about like personal. We can get into work later, but this is more what I'm talking about is more like romantic relationships or personal relationships in some way in your life. And if you are frustrated, if this person is turning you into someone who yells at people when you never yell at people, they just are pushing your buttons, and it's almost like it's on purpose. They're sabotaging something, right? Let me know if this is speaking to you. Like, hit the like button and subscribe and comment and say, yes, this is hitting home with me already, Lori. Just let me know. I want to sincerely know who I'm talking to. So if you leave a relationship, you are usually a very peaceful person. But I mean, as you can tell, I've been there. Start yelling at someone when you're not a yeller. Anyway, that is a sign of toxicity, possibly narcissism, and you need to set some boundaries. And something that always comes to mind, and I'll define boundary in here in a second, but is Joyce Meyer. I heard her say once, she said it's like you get angry that the next door neighbor's dog is pooping in your yard. However, there's no fence. You don't have a fence around your yard to help prevent that dog from pooping in your yard, right? It's that kind of thing, right? And I'm not saying that this person is justified. Please, this person is justified in treating you disrespectfully. Absolutely not. That should not be happening in the first place, and they should know better. Anyway, but what I am saying is I want this talk to empower you, just like it did me, coming out of a very toxic relationship. I did a class, and I meant to have the book here. I did a class on how people grow by Cloud and Townsend. And that class at my church changed my life. I was fresh out of this relationship, and my head was spinning and I didn't even know what was happening to me. I didn't trust my feelings anymore. I had super low self-esteem. Like I didn't feel like I was worthy of much, you know. It's hard to explain. And again, let me know if this is resonating with you. And I was describing a situation with this ex-person, and I just thank him to this day. I don't know where they are, this couple that led the group, but the husband said, "May I offer a suggestion?" I'm like, "Heck yes, you can." And he said, "You know, if someone emails you or texts you or speaks to you in a way that is disrespectful, you don't have to answer that text. You don't have to answer the email or what voicemail, whatever." And you guys, oh my gosh, yeah, it sounds so simple, but when you have been in a toxic relationship and you've never really heard about boundaries or no one's really talked to you about it, I was like, I mean, it sounds so simple, but that changed my life. And I was like, I felt like this freedom just came over me. Like I have something that I can do to somehow control this situation. Do you know what I mean? And it freed me, just like that. And I was like, yeah, why have I been doing this for years? Like, what have I been doing? So what I did, I received an email that was pretty typical of how we communicated. It was disrespectful and kind of, I forget now, it's been so long. But anyway, I said, okay, I'm gonna try this. And I think I got the email on a Tuesday, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. And I was praying there would be no repercussions, like them coming to my door and trying to, you know, bully me into whatever. That never happened, praise God. And oh my gosh, I am so sorry, you guys. Stop. Here, just do that. Okay, I'm sorry. So I said, I'm going to try this and I'm just going to trust you, right? And that was, I think, on a Tuesday. I didn't say anything back. I got an email Monday that was different. It was framed more respectfully. And then I responded and I said, well, now that, you know, I said something like, now that, you know, I can see there's a more respectful tone in your ask, I would be happy to discuss this with you. That changed things. Never got back together, you know, but that was God's plan. Anyway, but it changed things, and it changed me. It was the first thing on my road to healing, right? So anyway, I'm going to try to keep to about 15 minutes, you guys. Let me know again, is this resonating with you? Is this helping you at all? Okay, a boundary. I just wanted to share that because boundaries are so, and guys, I'm still working on it. I am still working on assertive speech. Assertive speech. Check it out. Google assertive speech phrases. Use OpenAI, ChatGPT for ideas in how to use assertive speech to create boundaries with people. Okay? It's so, what I love about the assertive speech or Crucial Conversations, amazing book. You guys get it. I just took a class in Crucial Conversations at work. Life-changing. Anyway, check all that stuff out as some resources. And what I love about the assertive speech premise is you start out with, and this is like Crucial Conversations, in order to have a respectful conversation, you need to set the tone. You set the tone, like, I understand that this is really important to you. but here's my statement, you know, and I'll get into some examples anyway. But that's what I love about assertive speech is it's respectful, but you're also asserting your feelings and your values. Okay, so a boundary. Boundaries are the limits we set to protect our emotional, physical, and mental, and I will say spiritual well-being. They define what is acceptable and not acceptable behavior to us in our relationships, right? It's putting that fence around your yard, right? So the dog can't poop in it. Okay. They create a sense of safety and self-respect to you. They protect you from burnout and resentment. Oh my gosh, you guys. They foster healthier, more balanced relationships. I will tell you, if you are dealing with a narcissist, a true narcissist, you can try, but you will not, I almost guarantee you will not have a productive conversation because they don't see you as an equal. You do everything wrong in their eyes. They have everything is your issue. So the best thing to do is to pray about it. But I'll tell you, the best thing to do in that situation is walk away. Or, you know, just here, where's a good one? Hold on. Hold on, there was a really good one here. You know, criticism. Someone who criticized you. Okay, here's the other reason I'm doing this, you guys, my channel. This is going to go over 15 minutes, and if someone is jiving on this, they will stay till the end. I don't care because I just have to get this out. So the other reason is I am doing this channel, I found out, because I wish I had someone, or and there's probably people on YouTube doing this, but I wasn't aware. So I am praying that God brings people in this situation who this is meant for. I'm doing this because he's telling me to do this, and it's for a reason. So I'm just praying that God uses me and uses my experiences and what I'm saying to help people heal and to get empowered. I wish that these were things I heard back then. Okay. So anyway, if someone is criticizing you all the time, you know, hey, I'm open to constructive feedback, but I'm not going to be spoken to disrespectfully. And I would also like it balanced with open discussion. I am not, you know what I mean? And you can think of your own phrase, but that is a boundary. And, you know, I know you're upset, but I'm not responsible for managing your emotions. I, right now, don't feel safe. And so I'm going to walk out of the room, or I'm going to leave, you know, until you calm down, something like that. You're going to probably have to have a physical space, you know, let the Lord lead. Anyway, I'm just saying you will not be able to argue and discuss this with a true narcissistic person, because that's what they're trying to do, is engage you. They're trying to agitate you, to engage you into conversations so they can keep beating you down. That's just it. Okay. So anyway, the other Joyce Meyer thing that just came to mind is read her book, Battlefield of the Mind. That is literally the devil influencing this person to beat you down emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I have lived it a couple times, and I am here to tell you that the enemy is the ultimate and the first narcissist. And it's still here today. However, the good news today is I feel like more and more people are talking about it. There's Jimmy on relationships. Oh my gosh, he is doing amazing work. Oh, and he makes it funny. Check him out. He's awesome. Anyway, there's more and more information. So I am going to be talking about things I wish people brought to my mind earlier. So those are boundaries. Why they matter is right. Okay, here is a big thing too, because when you're in the middle of a toxic relationship, especially if there is gaslighting involved, if you've never heard of that, Google what is gaslighting, because it is one of the most stealth, and this is what it's supposed to be. It's stealth. It is designed to undermine your feelings and your emotions. Like it totally not only disregards your emotions, but makes you not trust your feelings and emotions anymore. Like you come out of it with your, like, what just happened to me? Like, it's almost like it's like an alligator death roll in your emotions. And you come out of it going, you're spinning. Your mind is just spinning and you're like, what just happened to me? Where am I? I'm so disoriented. And again, if anyone is getting anything out of this, if I am confirming that you are not crazy, you are not crazy. They are. They are. They're not, they are, because they haven't taken the time. There's something, they're insecure and they haven't taken time to heal. And so hurt people, right? It's your job to figure out that you're in a toxic situation and how can you set up a boundary to save yourself and get healthy. Okay, anyway, so here are some signs. And oh my gosh, you feel drained, anxious, resentful after spending time with somebody. You're constantly, okay, you guys, you're saying yes all the time to avoid conflict with this person, even when it's inconvenient. Your feelings, you don't want to do it, but you say yes to keep the peace. And I will say that means you are walking on eggshells. And that is a huge sign. If you feel like you have to tiptoe around this person and you are walking on eggshells around them, that is probably the hugest red flag that you can have, that you're in a toxic relationship and you need to create some kind of boundary. When the other person disregards your feelings or manipulates you, and a lot of times, guys, you don't know they're manipulating you because they're gaslighting you. And it's so stealth-like, you start believing what they say. Okay, I am validating you, I hope. Please like and subscribe. Okay, so this gets out to more people. And comment just saying, yes, okay, anyway. You experience guilt or fear when thinking about asserting your needs, right? And this can be in the workplace too. There are toxic bosses out there. But not right now, I'm talking about personal relationships. So some examples, I said in that one when they're criticizing you, a family member guilt trips you. I'm just reading some. I understand you're upset, right? But I'm not responsible for managing your emotions. Maybe we can talk later. I need someone who's interrupting your work, or a friend just wants to go out and you're like, thank you so much for that invitation. It means so much to me, but I need to stay focused on some tasks right now. Can we schedule that at a different time, or schedule a time to go for a walk and talk or something like that? Right? Let's see. I really value our relationship, but I need time to process my feelings before we continue this conversation. These are just some ideas. I respect your opinion, but I stand on my decision. I don't feel comfortable discussing politics or whatever else. Can we talk about something else? That's just kind of a nice way. I need honesty and transparency in our relationship for me to feel safe and for me to be able to discuss this with you further. I won't tolerate being yelled at. If we can't speak respectfully, I need to walk away. That's what I'm saying. That is a physical boundary, right? Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to wrap this up, you guys. It's been 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. And I'm going to do a blog on this too. I'm going to do a blog and I'll link that later to, in this channel. So to wrap this up, to land this plane, acknowledge that, I want to acknowledge that this is going to feel very uncomfortable. I felt very uncomfortable leaving that email unanswered, and I really had to trust. I was scared. I was actually very scared. And, right? So it's going to feel very uncomfortable, but just know that you are worthy. And it takes practice, right? It takes practice, but you are worthy of this. Can you feel the empowerment and I hope this gives you empowerment and some clarity and just maybe the sign you needed to change things, right? Do what you can to change things. Right. Some relationships, and this is a test, you guys. Some people, a lot of people are going to see this boundary as, who do you think you are? Because they're afraid, because they see you changing. So honestly, this is going to end some relationships and it's going to make some stronger. And I guess, right, if it's going to end that relationship, then that relationship was not good for you anyway. Okay. And who knows if maybe later it may restore it. Only God knows. But all I know is that one act changed me so much and changed that relationship so much. I can't even explain it. Okay. Okay. So a takeaway is, when you set an emotional boundary like that, you guys, all the toxicity took a toll on me physically and spiritually. I was spiritually broken. My body, I got an autoimmune disease because I said this in another video. Autoimmune is the body attacking itself. What was I doing emotionally? I was attacking myself. I was letting the criticism and the lies, I was believing it because that's what you do all those years, and that's not your fault. Do you know what I'm saying? But finally, God put people in my life, right, that helped me see another way to handle that and empower me. So that's what I want to do here, right? Just give you another, okay. Boundaries are a journey. I'm still learning them, and they take practice. But the first key is starting, and then you want to do it respectfully, but you deserve it. Journal with God, what's going on, pray, seek good counseling advice. I would say Christian counseling if you're a Christian. For sure, it's just different. And also check out, there's another, so How People Grow by Cloud and Townsend. There's another one called Boundaries. There's a whole series called Boundaries. Check that book out. Go to Half Price Books or something and get Boundaries. There's boundaries in marriage, boundaries with your kids, boundaries in dating. It's going to be so life-changing, you guys. I'm excited to see your lives change. That's why I'm here. Okay. So call to action, right? So you guys, if this resonated with you, please just let me know. Just like it or subscribe, comment, say, yes, Lori, this resonated with me so much. I just want this channel to grow, and I just want it to reach more people. And then the more you interact, the better. So thank you so much for listening. It's 25 minutes. I'm so sorry, but I do hope for those that did last this long, God bless you and God keep you. And may we grow and continue to grow together. Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful week ahead.